Hey guys, Fred here, VE3FAL from Ontario Northwest Bushcrafter and Outdoors here in Thunder Bay. We're back at home after a fantastic trip, a paddle into Wabakimi Provincial Park. Originally our game plan was to do 10 days, 11 nights in the park, encompassing a total of about anywhere from 185 to 200 kilometers. Of course, the trip was planned by my buddy James. He started planning back in December already, looking up topo maps, Google Earth maps, checking weather stats, weather forecasts, and things for our trip. So on June 25th, the morning of June 25th, we all gathered here at my place at 6 a.m. 13 of us, 5 canoes, to head to our entry point at Little Caribou Lake, which is about a 3-hour drive up to Armstrong, Ontario. And from there, we started our paddle. What I can tell you is that we had an awesome time in the park. It is a very quiet park. The M&R has told me that this park sees an average of 400 paddlers in a season. Wabakimi is also the second largest park in Ontario, with Polar Bear Provincial Park being the largest. Based on those numbers of 400, Woodland Caribou, north of Red Lake, which is approximately 7 to 8 hour drive from Thunder Bay, sees 1,000 paddlers, just under 1,000 paddlers a year. So that tells you the difference when it comes to the amount of people that go up to Wabakimi versus some of the other parks. Quetico Provincial Park is like a highway. When you get in there, you see canoes, you see paddlers. It's a total opposite up in Wabakimi. Wabakimi is very isolated. Again, it's very large. We did it, believe it or not, we did 187 kilometers in 9 days and 10 nights, and we came out, and we actually could have come out on the Sunday, the 2nd of July, because weather was with us. We had paddled so well. Things were just bang on for our trip. We had a little bit of rain in the evenings while we were sleeping. Most evenings we were in bed by 9 o'clock at night. We were up every morning between 5 and 6, 5:30 to 6. I'm going to give an average. Our longest paddle day was 37 kilometers. Our shortest day was 5. We had 2 short days, but what we did was we made those just a kill some time day, because we were so far ahead in our paddle. And we found a sand beach, we found a nice place to swim, nice place to camp and fish, and that's what we done. Fishing up there again is also extremely, pickerel, pike. Fishing is like fishing in a pond, believe it or not. It's just unbelievable. We had a caribou swim in front of us. We seen a big bull moose, tons of eagles, bald eagles, golden eagles everywhere, songbirds, you name it. It is just unbelievable up there. We only seen 2 more paddlers when we were coming out, and they were heading into Wabakimi Lake, and those guys were from Michigan. 2 canoes and 3 people, so they were heading into Wabakimi Lake. What else can I tell you? This is just a little bit of an introduction. I have lots of video, I have tons of pictures that I'm going to put together, and what this is basically just strictly an introduction to let you know that I'm working on this stuff, and I hope to have some videos up shortly. Again, it was 9 days, 10 nights. I have tons of video, tons of pictures. Sunrise and sunset, sunrises were probably the most beautiful sunrises I have seen ever. And I travel up north. I travel up north of the 50th parallel on a regular basis, And I'm telling you, I have seen some beautiful sunrises and sunsets, but these were absolutely beautiful. We called our canoe trip the Wabakimi Lasso route, which also took us into Wendell Beckwith's Center of the Universe. If you haven't looked up Wendell Beckwith, please do so. He was somehow involved in the creation of the ballpoint pen. He lived there. He was an American who come up, and he was a scientist. He was an inventor. His place is still intact as it was when he died. We were there for 2 days. We actually spent Canada Day there, and did a bunch of fishing while we were there. And we also went through some of the articles and the papers that were left behind regarding Wendell Beckwith at the Beckwith cabins. We stumbled across loads of old hunting and fishing cabins up there that are just left, that were used years ago for hunting and fishing nets still in boxes, things like that. We also went to the old Wabakimi Wilderness Camp to look at that. The province of Ontario soaked a whole lot of money into this camp. The place is phenomenal to look at, and we went into there to look at it, and it's a crying shame as to what's been left there and what's there with nobody using it. So again, you could also look that up and just have a look at Wabakimi Wilderness Camp and see that for yourself too. But once again, it was an awesome trip, an absolutely fantastic way to start the summer. As I said, there was 13 of us, 5 canoes. We did 187 kilometers in 9 days. We could have did that in 7, in all honesty. We could have did it in 7. The weather was with us all the time. While Thunder Bay was having flash flooding and raining every day and heavy downpours, as I say, we had only a 4-hour thunderstorm come through the afternoon of July 1st. During our July 1st Canada Day fishing tournament that we had from 12 to 6. But other than that, it was fantastic weather. It wasn't too hot, wasn't too cool. We did have one morning, I think it got down to 4 degrees, but for the better part, it was fantastic. What I can tell you though, and I will tell you as I start putting the videos together, is that property for tents, for tenting, for a large group like ours was extremely difficult and extremely hard. I brought my hammock and Owen brought his hammock, and we're so glad that we did because it is rocky, very mossy, very marshland around the area. Extremely hard to find good spots for tents. If there's a lot of tent sites that are great for 1 or 2 tents, maybe 3 tents at the most, but when you get a group of 13 people together, it's hard to put the tents up. A screen room is a must up there for the bugs. The mosquitoes were atrocious, especially when we were on Best Island at Wendell Beckwith's Center of the Universe. The mosquitoes were terrible. Black flies not so bad, the no-see-ums not so bad, but mosquitoes were extremely bad. So a screen room, whether it's the Nemo or any of the others that you can put up, it is definitely a must. You've got to have a screen room with you or something to get out of the bugs. Bug dope works, but it's by all means not the be-all and end-all. But you get into that screen room, you light a pick, you do whatever, it's absolutely amazing. It's unbelievable. So that's just one of the things I could tell you about Wabakimi. Again, if you are planning a trip there, be very cautious that trying to find a spot and a place to put a tent up can be extremely difficult at times. A hammock worked well for us. What can I say? It was a fantastic trip. So, I do want to say thank you to James, of course, for planning all this, putting it together. I want to say thank you to my wife, Teresa, who let me go out on this canoe trip. She knows I love the outdoors, of course, as you guys know from my videos. And taking over here at the store and taking over the business, what I generally do every day. She did my part and then stuff beyond that. So of course I want to thank her for doing that. My canoe partner Owen, I want to thank him. Without him, we couldn't have did it. We had an awesome average as a crew, a speed average. I'm going to say it's probably between 4.5 to 4.8 kilometers per hour. Even in some of the headwinds, and the weight that we had, we were planned for 10 days, 11 nights. So you can imagine, we had two of the canoe barrels, I had 2 side bags for my barrel, as well as another small pack with camera gear and my radio gear in it, my ham radio stuff. So, you know, I was probably in and about 90 pounds, 95 pounds myself for my stuff, for my gear. So, you know, it takes a lot of packing and a lot of gear for that amount of days. We did have a large number of fish feeds, which made up for a couple of our meals, which was absolutely fantastic. So, once again, I want to thank at least those 3 to start. I do want to thank the rest of the crew as well, but I have that in a separate video here of the sunrise that I will put into this video, and just thank, and I'm also going to put that portion as well into the end video that I plan to put together when I'm done this series here on Wabakimi Lasso Route, Center of the Universe Tour. So I want to thank you guys for watching. I want to thank everyone who has subscribed to my channel. I'm getting close to 500 subscribers. I should be close to 500 soon, I would think. I know before I left, I think I was up about 390. So I haven't been on YouTube for almost 2 weeks now. I haven't been on there to do anything, upload anything. I've been uploading a bunch of pictures to Facebook. I've been uploading a bunch of pictures to Google Plus of the trip. And I plan to put some into this short video, or it's not really a short video. We're already up to 12 minutes, but I plan to put some into this video as well, here and there, just to break things up a little bit. So thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for subscribing. And if you're planning a trip to Wabakimi, it does take some extra planning, a little extra work. It is by all means not a typical area like White Otter, like Quetico. There's tons of blowdown in there. The portages are not maintained. The Friends of Wabakimi are doing their best to open it up, but as I said, this is the 2nd largest park in Ontario, and it is vast. It's extremely huge. So portages are in dire need of work. They need somebody to help out with them, to get them cleaned up, to open them up, even in campsites. The campsites need a little bit of work. I know each of the campsites we went to, we opened things up a little bit. We did some cleaning up. We burnt some stuff up out of the way to get things cleaned up with our fires at night. And all of that makes a difference. Taking your garbage out, of course, makes all the difference in the world as well. Cleaning up after yourself. It's extremely important to do that. The water levels were so high, though, that we were able to do a fair amount of going down a lot of the portages with our canoes through some of the swifts that generally would be all rocks. So we're extremely fortunate there. We did some class 1 and 2 rapids, which was a load of fun. We did a bit of lining, and in my lining video, when you see it, we had a hoot. It was absolutely fun. We've done it before. A number of us in our group have done it before because we paddled together quite often, and we had a lot of fun. We come out with some bruised knees and some other things, but you know what? Nobody got hurt. We made it. We had fun. We all laughed about it, and we were ready to do it once again. So what can I tell you? My next trip is at the end of July, here at the end of this month, from the 25th to the 30th. We will be going to White Otter Castle once again, going into there for a canoe trip. So that will be the next trip, and I'm not sure what else we have planned for the rest of the summer. I know I have a family reunion here for my side coming up next weekend. I have a lot of work to do here at home, and then the family will be in on August long weekend, where we're going to be heading out towards Northern Lights area, Sandstone Lake area, where we will be camping out there for a week with the son, the grandson, daughter-in-law, and others who will be along as well on that trip. So what can I say? Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoy the videos coming up. I plan on putting a lot of stuff together just based on a lot of the pictures, even into short videos, some of the video that we've done. But I just bought a new hard drive yesterday to put everything on, because I have 3 cameras that are full, including my phone, absolutely full of pictures and video. So once again, thanks for watching, thanks for subscribing, tell others about the channel, and thanks a lot, guys. So this is Fred, BE3FAL from Ontario Northwest Bushcrafter and Outdoors. See you guys.